Good morning, students. From the standard 8 English medium subject English, Unit 3, chapter name is Glimpses of the Past. Yesterday, already I have discussed about this chapter, Glimpses of the Past, storytelling. And now I am arranging the MCQ and question answers for you. So, today I am going to discuss some of the MCQs of this chapter, Unit 3, Glimpses of the Past. So, let's see the MCQ first. Title, MCQ multiple choice questions. MCQ number 1. In the year 1765 in India. In the year 1765 in India, what happened in 1765? Okay, let's see the answer. Indian princes ruled most of the country. In 1765, Indian princes, there are so many Indian princes, they were ruled over the country. Which country? Our country, India. Okay? Now, the second MCQ. From 1757 to 1849, during these years, 1757 to 1849, there was no peace in India. Between these years, 1757 to 1849, there was no peace in India. Because of what? Because of there is a reason. Which reason? The Indian princes kept fighting each other. The Indian princes wanted to rule over the other states, so they could fight with each other. So the answer is the Indian princes kept fighting with each other. Okay, now the third one. The business community welcomed the British because the business community from India, they welcomed the Britishers. The reason of welcoming them, let's see the answer. The British rule brought a degree of peace. That means why they welcome? The Britishers make peace between them. Okay? Now, MCQ number 4. The worst suffers under the British rule were. The British rule over our country, and the worst suffer from the people of our country was, let's see, what and whom they suffered. The poor farmers and artisans. The poor farmers and artisans were suffered a lot during the ruled over our country by the Britishers. Okay, why the Britishers could get more and more what taxes from farmers and artisans. Okay, now MCQ number 5. In the early 19th century, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was. In the early 19th century, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was. What happened? What did Raja Ram Mohan do? That an important reformer. In the early 19th century, Raja Ram Mohan was an important reformer. Okay. Now number 6. Under regulation 3rd of the British rulers. Under the regulation of 3rd, the British rulers. What did the British ruler do with the Indians? Let's see. Indians could be jailed without trial in a court. Without trial in a court, the Britishers could jail whom? Indian peoples, without sent into the court. So these are the MCQs of this chapter. Now let's see the question answers. The title is answer the following questions. Now questions. Question number 1. Do you think the Indian princes were short-sighted in their approach to the events of 1757? Do you think that Indian princes were short-sighted? Why they were short-sighted? Because they wanted to fight with each other. Why? Because of they ruled over the other states. Okay, let's see the answer. What happened in 1757? Because of the Indian princes were short-sighted. Let's see the answer. Indian princes were indeed short-sighted in their approach to the events of 1757. They fought against each other and sought the help of the British. Okay, Indian princes were short-sighted and they fought with each other with the help of the East India Company, means the Britishers. Britishers helped those who got help, those who wanted to help. Britishers gave help to the Indian princes. Why? Because Indian princes were, what happened? Indian princes were fought with each other. So help, during this help, the British somehow could help the Indian princes. Now see what happened. They could not see that this will eventually make the British more powerful. This happened and they had to suffer for their short-sightedness. Okay, they could not see that. The Indian princes could not see that somehow the Britishers could more powerful than the Indians, and they were short-sighted, so they had to suffer for their short-sightedness. Okay, that is why. Okay, now the second one. How did the East India Company subdue the Indian princes? How? Let's see. Indian princes, fought one another. Very often they sought the help of East India Company to do so. The Indian princes were short-sighted and they fought with each other, and with the help of the Britishers, they somehow ruled over the other princes and captured that land. Okay. As a result, they became weak. As a result means getting the help of the Britishers, they were weak. They were becoming weak. The company subdued them all one by one, and by the witness of the Indian princes, this company, East India Company, they were subdued of the Indian princes one by one and captured the land of the India. Okay, let's see the third question. In that ways, did the British officers exploit Indians? Which way? Let's see the answer. Okay, the British passed a resolution. The Britishers passed the resolution. Third resolution. Which resolution? Let's see. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. Which resolution is the Britishers passed in India? There wasn't sent in the court. So the Britishers could be jailed the Indian without trial in a court. British goods were imported into India tax free. Okay, Britishers were imported from their goods from where? From the England into India without giving any tax. But what happened? Let's see. The English prospered on the companies, looted while Indian industries began to die. Okay, while exporting the goods from England to India, there wasn't a given tax, but there were so many industries, and they would they give the lot of tax. Okay, so what happened? Even the Governor General Bentinck reported, and that time the governor, who was the governor? Bentinck, General Bentinck. They reported in his letter. What they reported? Let's see. The bonds of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India. The bonds of the cotton weavers who were farmers, artisans, their bonds could be finished bleaching the plains of India. So industries would be completed dead, going to be dead. So these are the question answers and MCQ of the lectures of the past. We will see the short question answers and long question answers, additional short question answer and long question answers in the next class. Thank you.